So I'm using Visual Basic application to write a program to be able to solve this particular question, which says 3 pounds of N butanes are placed in a vessel at 120 degree Fahrenheit and 60 psi, which means 60 pounds per square inch absolute. Say calculate the volume of the gas assuming an ideal gas behavior. So assuming it's an ideal gas. So now let me open Visual Basic application. Let me go to draw. Let me select this pen. Now you have an ideal gas situation. Pressure times volume is equal to number of moles times gas constants times temperature in Kelvin or in Rankine. But this is in Rankine because what they gave us in imperial units is not an SI unit, so the question is an imperial. So what I'll now do is, this same thing is the same thing as saying PV is equal to mass all over molar mass times this times T, where number of moles is equal to mass all over molar mass. So from this equation, volume, which they want us to get, is equal to mass times gas constant times temperature divided by this P. Now from equation 1, from equation one above, density, that is real rho, is equal to mass all over volume, which is something as molar mass times P divided by R divided by the gas constant all over T. So this is the density of the gas. This is the volume of the gas. So applying this rule, applying this formula, we can now write a program with those formulas by using VBA. So starting, I would have to kind of change the configuration of this form here. First, I'll change the name of the form to FM gas property. Then I change the background, that is the back color of the form, to blue. I change the font size, the font style. Here I select this bold 12. So okay, so that any entity I put inside this form would take the characteristics of this form, which is this font size, and which is the font size, the font size. So now let me put in first, let me put in a frame. Let me change the color of this frame, the back color of this frame to blue. Let me change the caption of this frame to input data. Sorry, let me expand the accelerator. Let me expand it a little. Now let me put a command button here, and let me call this command button CM. Let me rename it CMD. Sorry, let me remove the capital, the cap. Let me on off the cap button. Let me now change the name to CMD calculate. Change the caption to calculate. Still leave the back color, the back color. Obviously, I will leave the color the same. Then here, now put in label. Let me change the name of this label to mass. Change the back color blue. Reduce this. It's another one. We call this smaller mass. Let me change the back color blue. Let me add another one. Let me change this, the back color blue. Sorry. Let me change the back color blue. Change the caption temperature. Okay, let me pull the unit of this temperature. The unit is this is in Fahrenheit degree. Fahrenheit. Let's turn this a little. Then this, let me put the units. This is in pounds mass. Okay, let me expand this. Let me put the units for this. This is per mole. So this is done. Let me add another layer here too. Another label, not layer, sorry. This is pressure now. Pressure. The unit is PSIA. Change the back color to blue. Now let me put a text box here. This text box, I will name it txt mass. Then here come to this text point. I will delete this text. I will select another one here. Come to this place, change it to tx molar mass. TX molar, change the name to TX molar mass. Change the text, delete the text. Select another one, another text box. Change this to txt temperature. Delete this, delete the text that's in the text box. Place another one here. Come here, change the name txt pressure. Come down here, delete the name, the text that is written inside. Then now I come here, place another frame. Yeah, the back color, change it to blue. Change the caption to outputs. Oh, it's not in capital letter. Let me make it capital. Outputs information. Good. Now I'll come here, place Latin label, change the caption of the label to volume, change the back color blue, add another one. No, there's only changing the name because I'm not using it for command. I'm not using it to make any coding. Now change this to density. The density of the gas. Change the back color to blue. Put in the text box. Change the name of this text box to txt volume. Delete this text. Put in another one. Delete this text. Change the name to txt density. Now I needed to align these texts, these labels. For me to align them, I use format align. For me to use format align, I need to align them to a particular label. Now I choose this one. I choose this one. I want to align them to this So for me to align them to this, I need to choose this one last. So what I'll do, I'll hold my control key, select this, select this, select this, select this last. Now I will now align all of them with this. This one I selected last. I said align them left, so all of them will come in line left of that. Now I'm done with that. And I also want to align all these with respect to this one, with respect to this first one. So what I will do is that I will select this first one last. So select this, hold control, select this, and select this last. Then I say format, align left. So all of them will align left. I'll say format both sides. So all of them will be the same size of this. So the same size, they are of the same size. Now the thing has been fitted properly. I come here, I can now, let me say I move this a little, let me align the whole of this. This is in a line, these labels, they are aligned somehow. There is no need for me to align them, so I will align these two with respect to this one. So I'll select this one last, then I'll come to format, align left. They will align left, say format, make the sizes the same. So the space is okay, the space is okay. This one, so this one's supposed to come up a little, so I'll adjust the vertical by decreasing it a little, so it can come with respect to this one. So they are okay now. Everything is okay. The form has a name, this has a name, this has a name, this has a name, this one has a name, this one has a name, this one has a name. Because I'm going to use this name to code them. This is the name, the identity of those text boxes. This would define the name defines the text box. Define every entity that is inside here. Every command entity that is inside the form, the name. If you now need to describe the name, the way you can be able to access them. So if you're referencing any text box, you will be referencing the name. The name will now, it kind of is an ID, just like an identity card, an ID of that particular text box. So with that name, you can be able to locate it. It's just like the location of that particular text box. So that is why I gave them names. I can also leave the name, the default name, the VBA software I gave them, but I want to give them my own name. That is the name I feel based on what they are doing, so that when you're writing your codes, it makes the work easier for you. It makes identification, it makes it easier. It makes it also easier for you to also read some other person that did not code this, to be able to go through that your codes and understand it better based on what is in there. So let me open the code. Okay, I would have to double click on this command button, so that I can now code that command button, so that any click on it, it will execute what the code I'll put in here. So what I'll do now is I will now say, let me copy the form, the name of this form. Let me copy the name. Instead of typing it, let me copy it. Now from this button, I go to this. I'll say width, the name, then I'll end weight. Now, if I say mass is equal to dot txt, this is the mass. Select it. See the things coming. Then I say t dot text. So putting in value into that place is text. Putting value into the text box is text. Just like if you select here, I see that this is text. The name of that particular, you put in an item inside the text box, the name is text. So everything is defined by its name. Now this is the text. So with that, I will locate this text, this text box, and write something in there, or locate what is in there and assign it to a particular thing. So let me go back to the command. Now I've assigned mass to this. Let me make the capital M molar mass. So it's equal to dot text. So this is molar mass ID. Dot txt temperature dot text pressure, go to dot text. Gas constant equal to 10.73. Gas constant equal to 10.73. So now calculating the volume of a gas. Calculating the volume of the gas, V will now be equal to mass times P divided by brackets open and close molar mass times P. Now dot text, sorry, txt volume dot text is equal to volume. Now calculating the density of the gas. D equal to molar mass times P divided by bracket open and close. Long times p. If you write a small letter, write it has been defined up there to take the form of the okay. Divided by t. But now this t is in Fahrenheit, so I need to change it to Rankine. So in brackets I will add plus 4602 this temperature that is in Fahrenheit to change it to Rankine, because the thing is supposed to be in Rankine. Another one here, say plus 460. No, that is it. That is the density. I did not define this mass as double. As double. T as double. P as double. As double. V as double. D as double. Let me now reference this particular density because it was calculated, and I didn't reference it back to that text box. So it's equal to D. So let me redo the calculation. Say 3, here is a 58.12, here is 120, here is 60. Calculate. So this is 5.35, this one is 0.56. Let's look at it. This is 5.35, correct? The density is 0.56, correct?